hero comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. Why does it not carry the title? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. All right. Looks like Restream finally got their shit together. All right. Nope. Did not. Nope, it didn't. Keep editing. Gosh darn it. Restream sucks. Fucking asshole. Good morning, Amber. All right. Bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in there, but you're probably gonna see some changes. You might, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Sorry about this, all the clicking. I'm sure you just so much enjoy hearing me click away. Click, 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 click. All right. I'm done sharing. Good morning, CJ. Morning, Carla. What, cats? You guys, yeah, whatever. Good morning. Yeah. No, I said that it didn't follow. It looked like it followed, but it didn't. By the time it gets to Facebook, I'm tired of testing it. I'm just gonna have to redo it. All right, I got to write them. The new title did not follow. I'm going to try one other thing today with that. Maybe if they can't get their shit together, I'll just find another IO. Because they're all the same pricing plan and shit. So, all right, those are my troubles. I'm sure there's people that probably have worse troubles than that. So, but I'm not going to use it to feel grateful. I just know that people have harder problems than mine, and maybe I should stop whining. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Yeah. Shit show starts next week. We're all stars now in the shit show. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not even sure why I go live on Facebook anymore. Not many people. All right. Let's get started. Let's do some introductions like welcome to the Daily Trudge. Yeah. You know how many times I've said that? A lot. a lot. Just as much as I said this. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. It's so ingrained in my head. It is. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started here. We're gonna be in the 12 by 12. We're gonna be talk about step 4 this morning. I'm gonna start on page 46. Yeah. That is because I manually changed it once it was live. It changed on Restream, but not on Facebook. I swear to God, I'm doing way too much fucking work for them. This is what customer services fucking come down to. They don't even pick up the phone anymore. That's not customer service. That's convenience. And it's not very fucking convenient. Okay? I have to be tied to my fucking computer while you're doing whatever you want to do. There's no accountability. None. Anyway, all right. Before it turns into a resentment, let's get started. Sponsors of those who feel they need no inventory are confronted with quite another problem. This is because people who are driven by pride are self-unconsciously blind to themselves to their liabilities. These newcomers scarcely need comforting. The problem is to help them discover the chink in their walls their ego is built, through which light of reason can shine. First off, they can be told that the majority of AA members have suffered severely from self-justification from their drinking days. For most of us, self-justification was making a maker of excuses, of course, for drinking, and for all kinds of crazy and damaging conduct. We have made the invention of alibis a fine art. Okay? A lot of this is just manipulation. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. Bring up, oh, I didn't realize you were so terminally unique. Man, didn't you say you were willing to go to any length? Use these things, man. I do. Yeah, you bet. No, it won't work. It doesn't work. I recommend they just want me to continue doing the same work. So this is what I said. I am live right now, so please just go fix it and then come back and say, hey, Dion, we got it fixed. It's been a week. And they keep asking for the same things. I'm like, no. See, it's just, what do we call that? Well, we call that insanity. And I'm trying to break it. But it's like I'm talking to a fucking computer. It is. Okay. All right. So, all right. We had to drink because times were hard or times were good. We had to drink because we were smothered with love or got none at all. We had to drink because at work we were a great success or dismal failures. We had to drink because our nation had won a war or lost a peace, and so it went ad infinitum. Well, a soul sickness. You want me to go back over that? Sorry, I got a little distracted by a fucking dumbass there. Give me a second. Okay. Oh, you're asking if where I'm at, I think. I'm now at the top of page 47 in the 12 by 12. Right? So what are these? They're excuses. They're an excuse. Okay, I'm in the 12 by 12. on page 47. I'm not in the big book. So I'll give it a second. I'll even take a sip of talking juice. No. The developer said that they looked at that title that was used would not change from stream to stream and that there was no need to push an update from our side. They recommend, every time. I said every time. All right, I can't. You back when I am done with my live. Stop writing. See if you can actually take a direction. That's why I'm doing that. When you advocate, give these people fucking direction. If you're paying, no, fucking boss them around. Get them off their asses. Get them doing something. Okay? You're being paid for something. If you think for 1 second that you can fucking put me off or something else, what you're going to get is Dion has a lot of time, so fuck around and find out. All right. They're excuses to drink. That's all they are. And we have got to get rid of our excuses and all these things that are blocking us from becoming better people. It's what it comes down to. An excuse is an excuse is an excuse. That's all it is. That's all it is. An excuse is a reason to continue bad behavior. That is an excuse. Do you get excused? I don't know. That's going to have to come with that. Whenever there's an excuse, there's got to be something else that's in there, and it's called forgiveness, or you're not going to be excused. Remember when you went to school and you had excused and unexcused absences? Yeah. What is our choice going to be here? Are we gonna let this go and maybe decide that that's just manipulation, especially when others give us a reason to drink? Yeah, we will utilize others. Okay. We thought conditions drove us to drink. No. We drank because we liked the effect produced by alcohol, and then I didn't have to deal with those things. What it did is it lowered my inhibitions so that I could be somebody else that might be acceptable in this world, because the person I was just wasn't enough. Why did I feel that way? Because the people around me told me that. And when you were young, we're quite impressionable. I thought I was stupid for a very long time. I did. I just thought I was stupid. Okay, I guess I don't get it. Well, that led to some laziness. I figured out when I was about 16, 17 that I was a lot smarter than the people around me. And I had figured out that what was going on is I was bored out of my mind. I figured that out. Nobody did that for me. How did I figure it out? Well, I went and took my GED, and I didn't study, and I scored in the 98th percentile. I graduated before, and I was a year younger than everybody in my class, and I graduated before them. I got my GED before they graduated high school in 98th percentile. That means I did better than 98% of the people that had taken the GED in Colorado before then. That's what that means. Okay. Well, this intelligence backed by pride can be very frustrating. It can lead to insanity, to more drinking, to more excuses. Because what did it say? we had made the invention of alibis a fine art. And gosh, in order to keep track of all those fucking lies and alibis, So when we get here and our problems aren't right sized, what are we going after? What really is it? It's drama. If the police are outside at somebody else's house, are you peeking through the blinds? That's drama, my friends. It's drama. Do I want to do it? Yeah, I do. I'm not, yes, I do. I'm an alcoholic. Of course I do. I'm gonna grab some coffee real quick. Of course I love drama. So the question would be, why do I love drama? And the answer is because if I see somebody else doing worse than me, then gosh, it makes me feel better. See how that doesn't fit for us? Yeah, that's why you shouldn't dump at meetings. One of the reasons, because everybody's going to love that drama, and then you're going to get a bunch of unsolicited advice. Okay. Whoa. Oh man, I'm glad I knew what page we were on. Or I'd have to ask CJ where we're at. I can see you, my British. All right. Laugh a little bit. All right. Well, we talk about hard stuff, man. We gotta laugh. Justifies erratic emotions. Everybody else has it. Yeah, yeah. But who are we supposed to be looking after, right? And it's ourselves. And yeah, justifying does. I mean, there's no good connotation to justification. There's no good side to justification. Justification is just purely a bad word. So yeah. And when we tried to correct these conditions and found we couldn't to our entire satisfaction, our drinking went out of hand and we became alcoholics. It never occurred to us that we needed to change ourselves to meet conditions, whatever they are. I've got an example for you. Surprise, surprise, I have an example for you. In my early sobriety, my kids were just a little bit younger. I was in Utah, right? And I was bitching to my mother. Kids wouldn't do the fucking dishes. And she's like, and by dishes, I mean clean the kitchen. That's what I mean. That's what doing the dishes means to me, right? And I had made it very clear what doing dishes means, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'd yelled, I'd done this, I'd done that. And they just wouldn't do it the way that I need them to do it, that I need them to do it. They must do it this way. And my mom said, Dion, what you need to do is be okay with 80%. Morning, sunshine. Good to see you. Right? So, you know what happened? My kids did 80%. Slacky look. Then I go in and finish up the other 20%. See? Now it's done. To Dion's satisfaction. Because she said, Dion, and this is when she confessed, she said, Dion, I always gave you the kitchen duty because you do it correctly. Nobody else does it like you. Okay? I've heard this quite often. Because you clean the kitchen, clean the damn kitchen, man. Okay? It's going to look like an army barrack kitchen. Thing's going to shine like a motherfucker. You'll be able to eat off the counter if you need to. Right? It's just how I am. Right? So that's it. See, once I got rid of that demand, now I can do something about it. Okay? Was it yell at my kids? Was it do this? No. Now my kids live with me again, and now they're doing 90%. Now I only got to do 10% of it so that it equals my satisfaction. You know, like that little space behind the sink. That the whole sink. Yes, I clean the whole sink, and then I put the rags there and everything else, so it looks nice and neat. There you go. See? Well, this is the same thing. Right? Different situation, but it is the same concept. But in AA, we slowly learn that something had to be done about our vengeful resentments, self pity, and unwarranted pride. We had to see that every time we played the big shot, we turned people against us. We had to see that when we harbored grudges and planned revenge for such defeats, we were really beating ourselves with the club of anger we had intended to use on others. We learned that if we were seriously disturbed, our first need was to quiet that disturbance, regardless of who or what we thought caused it. I'm going to tell you what it is. Okay? It's control. We're talking about control here. Now, unlike justification, control can be a good thing. You got to know how to use it correctly. Okay? Now, can you control others? No, that's not what we're talking about here. Okay? You do it often. You control your emotions quite often. You do it all the time. So we call it willingness. But it's control. What you're doing is you're trying to find a little bit of control in there so that you have an answer. You're not going to be able to get to that answer without control. Which is acceptance in a sense, right? See how this just kind of fits? So what do you have control over? Well, you and your resentment and your self-pity and your beating up on others and beating yourself up. Yeah. What other control do you have? Allowing other people to make you angry? Allowing things to trigger you? These are all within your control. I know because I deal with them on a daily basis. You got to be responsible for your triggers too. Doesn't mean you're not going to be triggered. It's the action that comes after the trigger. It is the action that comes after the emotion that we are talking about here. Okay. And yes, you can do it. It might take some practice. It took me years of practice. We learned that if we were seriously disturbed, our first need was to get quiet that disturbance, right? Now, what is it? What are the? It's exactly what I said right there. I know I'm repeating it. I didn't mean to, but I didn't think I read it yet. So, but that's our first need. That's purely control. It's willpower. You have willpower. You use it all the time. Should I eat that cookie? No. Okay. I just don't have any willpower when it comes to alcohol. But now that I'm a recovered alcoholic, I understand my willpower a little bit more. Yeah, I have willpower. You bet your ass I do. So what do I do with my willpower? Well, I give it to God. Then he gives me direction. Okay? Emotional sobriety. You're going to have to use every ounce of willpower you have to cut off faulty dependencies. That is willpower. You got it. Trust me, you do. You got a lot of it. Okay? When you become a recovered alcoholic, knowledge is power again. It's not the same power, but you could probably use it. Let's just use a different word that sounds a little prettier. Influence. It's the same word in what we're talking about, in the sense that we're talking about. To see how erratic emotions victimized us often took a long time. Yes, we alcoholics learn the hard way. That's just, okay. But now that we are aware of certain things, you don't have to learn the hard way anymore if you don't want to. You don't. It's not a requirement. See, pain is the touchstone of all change. You can also avoid the pain and just start changing because there's uncomfortable in change, right? Yeah. We could perceive them quickly in others, but only slowly in ourselves. All right. You spot it, you got it. You spot it, you got it. You smelt it, you dealt it, right? Or you spot it, you got it. What does that mean? That person over there is disturbing my peace. God, they're just pissing me off. Just sitting there, fucking looking at them. Fucking, what are they doing that's upsetting you? Because you're doing it also. But for the grace of God, that's you. Or maybe you're currently doing it. What were we talking about before? About drama. That's drama. Save the drama for your mama. Don't even do that. Leave your mother alone. Take your drama to your therapist. Save your drama for the therapy. Doesn't rhyme, but it's actually better. Okay? Yeah. Because if you can see it in them, there's a good chance you're doing it too. How do you think we start to realize our character defects? Okay? How are we going to do that? Well, you're going to see somebody like me who for the most part talks programming, but every now and again, yeah, you saw it the other day, didn't you? You saw it the other day. Yeah, you saw one of Dion's character defects come out. Sure you did. Okay. But I turned it into something else. I turned it into something else. So, first of all, we had to admit that we had many of these defects. See, you spot it, you got it. That's what it just said. Okay. Even though such disclosures were painful and humiliating. At first they are. They won't always be, though. No. Once you're done with the fourth and fifth step, this kind of starts to go away. Okay. And I love this next part. Okay. Where other people were concerned, we had to drop the word blame from our speech and thought. This required great willingness even to begin, but once over the first 2 or 3 high hurdles, the course began to look easier, for we had started to get perspective on ourselves, which is another way of saying that we are gaining in humility. We have to. There are 2 things that we got to get rid of. I had to get rid of them. Blame and shame. And of course, I can use the example from the other day. Do I feel shameful? No, I don't. I'll tell you why. Number one, I don't know anybody in amends. See, I looked for the progress in it. So I looked for the progress in it. I found it. And you know what happens? I become better. That's the only amends that I will ever give when it comes to that. As long as I didn't do something, I did go off on somebody, but they said, I'm here to do that for you. And they gave me that choice and gave me that chance. Right? So, you're human and things are going to happen. Okay. But I'm in a position where a lot of people, I don't want to say that a lot of people are relying on me, but a lot of people are relying on me. Right? So does that mean that I'm not allowed to be human? I'm not going to fucking apologize for that. I will not. And there are people who are probably like, well, you got angry in front of me and you need to. You know what? If you let me have that much power and control over you, then I think you probably need to do a 4-step. Or there's trauma. Did I trigger you? Oh, you mean what I said triggered you? What I did triggered you? Okay, it's still not my problem, right? See, I'm not the kind of person that walks around hoping I look good all the time. It's not one of my concerns. My one and only concern is this: who needs help and how the fuck can we get it done? That's all I got. Right? So, now there's going to be, I'm not sure what I'm going to do today. I do not have, there's not anything that I have to get done, if that makes sense. I can just totally buck this day off if I want to. And I might. I won't. Between housework and getting the houses done. And it's not housework, it's just stuff that I want taken care of around here. Like the closet. I'm getting that set up so that all my wife's stuff is in one place. It's comfortable in there. I can get a chair and I got her mirror. So that way all of her, place to hang all of her shoes and her purses. And I get about 10% of the closet. Half my rack is my wife's clothes. And she got rid of a bunch, but hey, that's just how it is. Women have more clothes usually. So yeah. All right. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good day. There's a great chance I'll go live again today, but yeah, I'm just kind of muddling through things. So I'm probably gonna go live again here in about 20 minutes. Do not watch it. It's just something I'm going to test. That I'm gonna do. So I'll probably only just put it on just my regular. It's why I do it, Clara. That's exactly why I do it. This live started because of my PTSD. I couldn't get to meetings. This was before COVID. Man. See, I've been talking to people in recovery online since I don't know, mid 90s. AOL beta. Yeah. Actually, it was before that. It was before the mid 90s. More like 91, 92. So I've been booting people out of rooms for a very long time. This is not new to me. Right? But that's the whole point of this. See, I will say things like, I get intrusive thoughts. I know you get them too. I just know. How do I know? Because you're an alcoholic, which means you're like me. And that's all I need to know. Because you spot it, you got it. Yeah. It's not, okay, let's put it, okay. So, and you guys know me, I'm going to put it plainly. I have male white privilege and I use it to help. That's why I come on here and I'm vulnerable. That's why. Because it lets everybody else know, hey, if that stupid white motherfucker and his privilege is saying it, then I'm okay too. That's why. And I know it sounds mean, but it's not. It's not. And yeah, I know I do a lot of swears, but it's because you understand that language. Right? When I go talk with professionals, swearing doesn't even come up. I don't swear. It's just automatic. I don't know what it is. I'm just able to do that. All right. You're right. Just because something happened doesn't mean that it's bad. That includes a slip. Got to get rid of that shame and blame, right? Slips are not, they don't have to be. Are they good? No. But that doesn't mean they need to be bad either. How about we make them neutral? How about that? Hey, you fucked up. You're human. Okay. I tell my sponsees when I meet with them, I'm like, if you go out and drink, come back. Just come back. I'm not going to give you a hard time about it. I'm not. Right? What I will do is tell you that I respect the fact that you came back. I will tell you that. Now, that is not a challenge. That does not give you a right to go out and drink and use what I said as an excuse. Doesn't mean that. That's something different, right? But if something happens, you make a mistake, come back. Get your fucking ass back here. I had to slip in the middle of my 4-step. You know what my sponsor did? We spent 1 hour revisiting the 3rd step, and next time we met, we continued on my 4-step. He didn't skip a beat. The only thing that changed was my sobriety date. Now, whatever time I had before that, did I lose it? No, I did not lose it. Did I lose my 12 years of sobriety that I had before? No, I got it back. I have over 20 years of sobriety combined. Why can't I combine them? I have more sober time than I do drunk time. Yeah. I drank for about 20 years. Yeah. And I just passed it on my last birthday, which was in April. Yeah, it's in April. Which means it's coming up again. All right. A lot of 1s and 2s right now. Thank you everybody for being here. And yeah, let's that's going to be a whole topic. Remind me to do that, Clara. Because to thy own self be true is a whole topic. And it's been a while since I did it. Oh, you know what I need to do? You know what I need to get done? No, you don't. But I need to do the next tradition. I think we're at tradition 10. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take this tradition 10 because otherwise I will forget because I love squirrels. All right. Thank you, everybody. It's good to see you. Sunshine, Clara, Amber. Always good to see you. Looks like there's more people here, but you are not required to say anything. No, nothing. You don't have to say nothing. Man, did somebody else jump in and I didn't notice? I got to check because I'm going to tell you what. I don't like it when people are like, oh, this person, that person, my name's left out. So I don't like to leave names out. I know what it feels like to be a second thought, to be put aside, to be something that needs to be waited on. And I'm sorry, but fuck no. No. I'm not going to get mad at you if I'm not a priority. That's not, but if you're my friend, yeah, that comes with certain things, man. It comes with benefits. No, not friends with benefits. I'm so sorry. I did not mean for it to come across that way. Yeah. Now I'm a little embarrassed because there's 3 girls here and I just said that. So I'm going to go. I love you, but not that way. I love you. Peace out and have a day.